Good morning. Welcome to Belinda's Baubles, Christmas in July, day 30. I wanted to do a little prep for some breakfast here or even use them for lunch, but I'm going to make some egg cups. And I've been looking through some different recipes, gathered my different things yesterday, and what I'm going to be using is I'm going to make enough for a dozen of these cups. So I need a dozen eggs and 16 ounces of cottage cheese. And then for the goodies in it, I've got some smoked Gouda, some Kerrygold Reserve cheddar. Gotta have the best there, don't you? Um, one slice of American cheese because I want that to go with my ham. Some bacon bits that I had pre-cooked and have left over, and some sausage patties that are pre-cooked. So I'm going to start by kind of putting my regular fixings into each of the cups. And then I'll get the eggs and cottage cheese mixture put together and put on top. That's the way I do my omelets. Or not my omelets, but my quiche. So I'm going to use the same method because with the quiche, all the goodies kind of come up during the baking. So I'm expecting that to happen with the egg bites too. So already washed my hands, so let's just get going with this. Oven's ready at 325 degrees Fahrenheit. And we're going to cook these for about 22 to 25 minutes, which is what's called, or until the eggs are good and set. So for 4 of those, that just took 1 sausage patty. I'm going to keep going with the bacon because I'm going to have to break it up too. And so I'm doing 4 cups of each. And this is American style bacon. So I'm basically making my own bacon bits. And a little bit of bacon goes a long way. I'll just take a package of bacon and cook it up. And then put it in a baggie and put it in the freezer. And then I just take it out when I need it, a little bit at a time, or even if I want a quick snack. I love bacon, so I'll grab a slice of bacon straight out of the freezer, and it doesn't get hard like it's frozen, and it tastes good straight from the freezer. At least I think it does. Time for me to make another batch. Okay, before I get into the sandwich meat, because I'm going to have to cut that up, I'm going to get my hands washed. Okay. So this is Oscar Mayer ham and cheese loaf. It's less expensive than just regular cooked ham, but it's just as good. And I think I'm going to start with 1 slice since everything else seems to be going. A little bit does a lot. And I'm just going to cube this up real good. I love this little tiny cutting board. And you could be adding spinach. You can add anything. I'm just doing meats and cheeses to start, just to see how it turns out before I start experimenting with more stuff. Yeah, one slice is plenty. Okay, so there's the meat. Now to add the cheese. I'm going to start with my one slice of American cheese. And I'm just going to tear it up, doing 1/4 in each. Because the ham, I would have put cheddar in with the ham, but because it has those little bits of American cheese in it already, I think this will go better. Okay, so I'm going to do the smoked Gouda with the bacon bits. I mean, that sounds like that would work really good. I got into this wheel last night for a snack. Sure, I could get a shredder out and shred it and put it in. The shredders drive me nuts. Everything gets stuck in them. I don't find that you can really shred easily unless you are you freeze your cheese first. Otherwise, it's just a pain in the neck. And I'm hoping this will melt good. Gouda usually does, so I'm going to just cube it up. This is definitely a case of a little bit goes a long way. And now for the Kerrygold. I went with the reserve cheddar. This should just crumble right up. No, it's a little bit, it's dry on the outside. Seems to be not as crumbly as I was expecting it to be. a good strong cheddar. I only treat myself to Kerrygold every once in a while. I'm going to go ahead and put this stuff up, and I'll be right back. So now I have the cups prepped. Now on to the eggs and cottage cheese. This is 16 ounces. I'm using Lactaid cottage cheese just because if I have a little bit too much of it, it tends to mess with my stomach. And I love cottage cheese. And it's supposed to give it a more velvety, cheesy texture to the egg cups. So we'll see. Plus it adds more protein. Doubles as a trash bag now that the bacon's gone. And I'm using large eggs. Which they look more like medium to me, but because they're grade A large. Almost there. Oop. Okay. Little start there. Got him out there. Okay. Dozen eggs gone. Back to washing. That kind of looks interesting. Just to start, but I have an immersion blender that I love for things like this. I should probably just use the whisk. This is a Ham Geek brand, and I have either the immersion blender part, which I may end up needing, which has the blade, or it has the whisk. Let's see if the whisk can handle this. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and use the immersion blender. Reason being is the curds are still kind of large and I want them smoother. I think that'll give a creamier texture. So the only thing I need to add in is I'm going to put a little bit of garlic salt in and some black pepper. I'm going to go with a teaspoon. Yeah, I'm going to go with a teaspoon for this amount. That way I don't add regular salt. I'm just going to add the garlic salt in. And I'm going to do the same amount of black pepper. Yeah, you can see it kind of still has a little bit of cottage cheese texture there. That should melt down. Okay, now we're on to pouring in the mixture. And I've ended up with more than I expected. Settle this one in a little better. And I filled them up quite a bit, so they may end up overflowing a little bit, so I'll put a pan underneath them. But they seem to be settling in good. Evening it out a little bit. I decided to use the egg cut, the cupcake liners just because it's easier to get it out. All right, so let's put these in, and then I'll decide what I'm going to do with the rest of this batter because I still have quite a bit. And I'm going to set my timer for 23 minutes. I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, so I've gotten an old pan out here, and I'm going to see if I can get about 6 of just some cheese egg bites. I have triple cheddar here that I'm going to use. Okay, I've got a little bit left in the bottom, but not much. So with that dozen eggs and 1 or 2 cups of cottage cheese, I've ended up with 18 egg bites. And so I'm going to have some of these to eat during the week, and the rest are going in the freezer because they will do well in the freezer too. So I can just take them out on the days I want to use them. All right, let's figure out how I'm going to get these into the oven. I've got a double oven, I can do it that way. Okay, so while that's baking, I figured I'd come outside and get my few minutes of shade before it gets too hot and have my coffee. Sorry, I'm still in my gown. It's also a sundress, so I figure, oh well. And as you can see, I'm using a bowl now instead of fighting with the orange rolling everywhere. I have just added in my 7th color, which is this gorgeous, gorgeous pale pink. Get a little bit of the sun on there, get you the different shades maybe. There's just a little bit of darker pink and just a touch. I don't know if you can see that or not, just a touch of a little bit of an orangey note to it. And I just started. I've done about 1 inch with it. That's it. Last night. So this is the first 6 colors in the fade. And so from this point on, I'm going to start doing 3 rows with each color instead of 2. I'm watching the wasp. Since I talked to you guys so late yesterday, I really don't have anything much to say. I'm trying to think here. I'm only working a 12 to 7 shift today. And today is the Zoom for Mandy with Mouse Witch Yarns Ko-fi members, which happens around my lunchtime. But since I'm working such a short shift, I'm really only supposed to be taking a half an hour lunch. So I'm still debating on whether or not to go ahead and take a full hour just so I can enjoy at least 30 minutes on Zoom with the ladies. As life has kind of been getting in where I've missed some Zooms lately. And I missed that check-in. I've been having some problems with my legs hurting when I go to bed at night this week. But after being in the pool for a few hours yesterday, my legs felt fine until about 4 in the morning. But I definitely did not sleep good last night because Ziva did not sleep good. Every 2 hours, she was needing down to either go eat her dry food, get a drink of water, use the bathroom, something. She just could not settle. And I've got a pain in my shoulder. I don't know where that came from. I don't know if I pulled something yesterday or on the Amazon Vine program. I'm trying a new bra there, so I'm wondering if that's just cutting into me wrong because it's about that spot. I may have to switch up for a few days and see if it goes, and then try again, see if that's what it is because I like the bra. Oh, I don't know what it's. I mean, it is probably what 10:30. But oh, I've got my watch. It's 10:43, and it is already getting really hot, even here in the shade. There's not enough wind. So even though I was going to sit out here and knit with you guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and go back in, and I will catch up with you when the egg bites come out, so we can give those a try. I'm excited for them. Well, I was right. I came in. There was 4 seconds left. Okay. Those are still a little liquid in the middle. So I'm going to do them for another 4 minutes and see where we are by then. Okay, these smell really good, but I have learned a little something. I should have sprayed the inside of the cups. It's coming out, but it's not super easy. I'm using a knife to kind of just spread it apart. So that's my bacon one. I can see the bacon on the bottom. This should be my cheese one. And I ended up baking them for about 30 minutes. Oh, no, that's the ham and cheese one. Oh, that's so good. So this one must be the cheese one, and this is the sausage. Okay. I can hear Ziva in the background wanting to get down. Because food is afoot. She's always ready to be the taste tester. And I did let them sit for a few minutes. They might come out even easier with a couple more minutes from that, but here's the bottoms of them so you can see bacon, ham, cheese, and you can see a little bit of the sausage here. The sausage floated up more than the others, because I can see that from the top. And there's the tops of them. Ready for taste testing. Okay, so we're going to do a little taste testing. Sam's going to be off camera, but he's going to be trying some of these too. Okay, so I have cheese, sausage.
Okay.
He's taking the sausage one first.
No, the worst thing I've ever tasted. No, it's great.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know what to think.
Ham.
Okay.
So we're trying the ham one next.
Tastes like ham. With egg, of course.
Bacon.
Okay. Forced me into it. I really didn't want to do this. This is for science. That may be my favorite.
He's saying it may be his favorite, the bacon.
Well, the sausage might be my favorite too.
Okay, so this is just cheddar.
Well, I lived through it.
It's just cheddar cheese.
All right. Have a little.
Mm.
Uh-oh. I haven't been sharing.
Okay, so which one is your favorite?
Yes,
Probably the sausage one.
I like the sausage. I like the bacon. I like the ham. I like the cheese. I missed something.
No, that's all 4 of them.
Okay, those are my favorite.
You're all 4 of them, huh?
Yeah.
Now let's see what his reaction is when he finds out what kind of cheese is in with the bacon. It's smoked Gouda.
I don't even know what that is, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. I think the bacon and smoked Gouda is my favorite, but they all have a lot of really great flavor, and that garlic salt added just enough to really spice it up a little bit. So I'm excited for these, and this is a success.
Well, you're right. The bacon had the most flavor.
All right, so see you guys tomorrow.